I'm not worried about him. He's good. He's fast, quickly, But I know also he cannot damage me. He cannot inflict a lot damage on me because I'm stronger than him, and he's not a kind of guy who came with hard punch, just counter punch. So I'm not very worried about him to this fight, but I think he's a bunch of mess in his mind.
Your fight with Yoel was an absolute war and a classic. A lot of people are sort of wondering, how are you able to take such big shots? How are you able to sort of roll with the punches the way that you do? I mean, your nickname is the Eraser, but is there a secret there that sort of comes into play when you're dealing with people and sort of trying to deal with those kinds of big shots?
I like to think about myself like a real tough guy. Maybe the toughest guy of the planet, because I train very hard with 2-3 guys at the same session of training with very hard hits, very hard punch, very hard kicks, for real, not 100%. I mean, not for just fake, just shadow box. No. So this make me very prepared to fight on real fights with real opponents like Roman. I'm not afraid to get hits because I did this already on my fight camp for 3 or 2 months. So I'm completely prepared to fight a real fight, prepared to make a real fight. So that's the difference I think I have between me and Adesanya. He's fragile. He knows that. He knows he's fragile. He knows he cannot get 2 or 3 very hard hits on his face, on his body. He will be broken. He knows already that. And because he got knocked two times with big gloves on kickboxing to a Brazilian guy, Alex Cortana, with big gloves, 14 or 16 ounce gloves. Imagine what I can do with him, with his skinny, fragile body, with 4 ounces on my hands. I will erase him. I definitely will erase him, prepare to be erased. Adesanya is the guy. Guys, I have just one question. Adesanya, why you freezing? Why you frozen when you face Romero? You are not a real champion, man. You don't deserve. I will kill you.
This is the first time that you speak to the world after what happened on August 15th. So we have a lot to discuss as far as you are concerned. And this will, I will say, maybe venture a little more into interview style, because I think a lot of people want to ask you a lot of things and I want to ask you a lot of things. So first things first, how is the eye? I think that's the thing that people are most concerned about. How is your eye feeling?
So it's much better, right? It was I think it was my right eye or my left eye. I think whichever one. Like it was
I think it was your left.
It was no, I know. But so it was very bad. Initially, the first week and a half or week or so, it was really bad. It wasn't opening and it was completely blurry, but now it just kind of feels like an eyelash, isn't it? So I went and saw the doctor last week. He told me that I'm probably not going to have surgery, just kind of rest and recover. Same thing, but it was bad for like a week and then it started to get better. I got some medicine, antibiotics and stuff to just kind of go into my eye 3 times a day. And it just started to get better and better and better. And now today it feels good, but just feels like there's something in there. Like, when you get an eyelash and you just can't get it out, it's just right in the corner right here. It's not bad though. It's not bothering me all that much.
Torn cornea, right? Yes,
it was a torn cornea. And it was concerning initially because they did not know how severe the impact was gonna be going forward. They didn't know if I was gonna have surgery and do all these other things, but luckily I was able to, I'm able to like recover and I feel better. and I prefer not to have surgery. You know, I don't want to go under the knife for everything. You know, so if it's something that I can avoid, if it's even an option to not do it in that way, I'll always choose that option.
And they say that you'll get full vision back.
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just the little like eyelash thing right now. It's just in the corner of my eye when I look in certain directions, you know. But it doesn't bother me all that much. You know, you can almost get used to pretty much anything. You know,
Right.
if you're dealing with it for so long, you can kind of get used to anything. And I feel like that's kind of where I am right now. As long as my eye is opening, right? It's like, it's a little bit like smaller, but it's not as bad as it was obviously the day of the fight.
So 16 days removed from the fight, how do you feel about what happened?
I thought that Stipe fought a good fight. I thought that him and his team had a great game plan to fight, and I thought it was okay. You know, I look back on the fight, and the first round he was fighting really well, and then I caught him with that big shot at the end and rocked him bad. The judges were scoring the round to me, and I think one judge didn't score the round to me or something. It was weird, but then in the second round, I thought I fought beautifully. And I thought I was ahead and I was winning the round. And then at the end of the round, he knocked me down, and that gave him the round. So that was very difficult to deal with. So the second round is what I'm having the most problems with, because I always tell the young fighters in AKA that there are going to be times in your career where you're going to make decisions that make you great or they make you average. There are decisions and mistakes inside of a fight. And what has allowed for me to be who I am is that I don't make those mistakes. And when I have, I've paid for them, right? With the Jones fight, when I would always dip to the side, knowing he was going to throw a kick, I got knocked out. In the Miocic fight, the second time, he kept throwing to the body. I never adjusted it. You know, like I don't usually make those mistakes. In the second fight, obviously, I was just too fatigued to defend. But in the third fight, second round, you know, you look at the fight with the way the judges scored the first round. Second round, I'm fighting great. 15 seconds, I don't circle into his power. I may be going into the third round up 2-0 or 1-1 worst case, and not having to essentially give away the third round because I was so hurt. It just changed the whole dynamic of the fight. So I'm having a lot of difficulties with the end of the second round because I don't generally make those types of mistakes. And smaller octagon, circle to my left into his right, and he legitimately just threw as many right hooks as he could until eventually he hit me. And it was a bad sequence that really affected the fight. And third round, I was so hurt that I was just kind of like trying to get my bearings about me so that I can go back into the fourth and try to win the fourth and try to win the fifth. So it was interesting.